I'm going to show you what we've done so far. We're going to put up one more cattle panel, and we're using these fence poles to hold them in, and we're going to be filling these holes with some concrete. And we're also going to be getting some right here where it's not together, we're going to be getting some zip ties and tying these together to make it a little stronger. And so we've got this bed has been filled up with some more organic Vigoro soil. It's been filled to the top, and we've planted our passion fruit. Looks a little sad right now because it's really hot. You can see the soil, part of it already has dried out, and I've already watered it this morning, and it's really hot right now. So we're going to be, once we get these zip tied together, get the concrete in, then we're going to take the passion fruit and weave it up this cattle panel. We're pretty much finished with the project now. The only thing we have left to do is going to fill these blocks that have the poles in with some concrete, and we're just going to use the instant concrete and maybe mix some rocks in it, because in the future, if we decide to take this down, we want to make it easy to remove. So with that being said, it's pretty much done. As you see, we decided to use the large blocks on the inside to give it more stability, because we do have these 3 cattle panels here. And you can see we've got them all up now. And we went with the smaller blocks that have the holes in the middle on the outside and the ends, as you can see here. And what we're going to do next is get some more of this, and we're going to put it around the outside of the beds. That we removed from our garden bed, the larger blocks, we're going to be making, it's not going to stay right here, but we're going to be making these places to sit and places to put plants. So this is not finished. You see we have 3 concrete blocks here. We're going to put 2 more in front with 2 more of these landscaping logs here. So we're going to have like a 2-tier plant holder here, and we're going to have one over there as well. So, they put it in a little bit too close because it needs to be out a little more so we can put our garden bed back in. But we're going to have a place to put our, I think this is where we're going to put some of our tomato plants. And we've got some shade cloth. We're going to make a little cover to go over them, and to help, because the sun has been quite brutal this year, and the tomatoes plants do a little better here where we live if they're in the shade. Okay, so back to our garden. Okay, so back to our garden bed. This is garden bed 2, and right now we only have like some garlic and chives planted here, red bell peppers, pimento peppers here, and this is our passion fruit. It looks a little raggedy right now because you know we just transplanted it about last week. We transplanted it, so it's just getting acclimated to where it's at and trying to start lining up on the cattle panels, and we want it to take over this whole side of the cattle panel. This is our white eggplant. It's turning yellow there, and it's got some more blooms on it since my husband planted it in this bed. And as you can tell, all of our collards are gone. We had to harvest all of our collards so we could finish up this project, and they were getting kind of sad looking anyway. But when we harvested them, there was this one little collard growing underneath. We decided to go ahead and leave it, so it's going to be staying here. Then this is our husky cherry red tomatoes that my husband planted in this garden bed. We wanted to make our walkway quite wide. Well, we had to make it wide because of the cattle panels. And we also wanted to have the ability to put like a bench in the middle of here if you wanted to sit in here, and maybe weed. Hopefully we won't have to weed the garden beds as much once we get this weed cloth all the way around. However, if you can see right here, the weeds still are trying to grow through here. See here, the weeds are still, I don't know if you can see it. The weeds are still growing through this new weed cloth, but it's not as bad as the other weed cloth we used before. And this is so much nicer, the one that we got at the nursery. We're going to use this around all of our garden beds. Here we have our purple basil, and this is our purple bell pepper. Of course, we got our marigolds growing. Got to clean up this bed a little bit more. This is a leftover radish that needs to be cleaned up. My husband was wanting the seed pods to dry out, so we're leaving it there for now. And of course, he decided to add the hardy kiwi on this side of the garden, on this side of the cattle panel. I actually wanted to put it on a different cattle panel because we're going to make another one of these garden beds with the cattle panels, and but he went ahead and planted it here because it was starting to vine up over there by our cucumbers. And of course, these are our banana peppers here that we planted earlier this year. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of banana peppers I need to harvest. And then this is our orange bell pepper. And then finally, more garlic and a few onions here on the end. And the garden beds are now done. Woohoo! Woohoo! Happy farming!
Goodbye!
Bye!